I said, out my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Cardi B's trial just took a shocking turn. The rapper could be headed to jail for a long time, and honestly, it's not that surprising. From strip club brawls to microphone throwing incidents, and even security guard altercations, Cardi B's rap sheet has always looked like a prison sentence waiting to happen. Let me break down how it's spiraled downhill with her latest trial inside the explosive civil trial that's rocking hip-hop right now. As I'm speaking to you, Cardi B is sitting in a California courtroom fighting for her reputation, her career, and potentially millions of dollars in damages. The case that's currently dominating headlines isn't just another celebrity legal spat. It's a full-blown assault trial that has captured the attention of millions and is providing an unprecedented glimpse into the darker side of fame. The civil trial began on August 25, 2025. In Alhambra, California, and what's unfolding in that courtroom is nothing short of extraordinary. The case, officially known as Imani Ellis v. Belk Almanza, stems from an incident that occurred back in February 2018, but the details that are emerging are so shocking that they're sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Let me paint you a picture of what allegedly happened on that fateful day in February 2018. Cardi B, who was secretly 4 months pregnant with her first child at the time, visited a Beverly Hills nutrition's office, the kind of high-end medical facility where celebrities go to keep their most private matters under wraps. But what should have been a routine medical appointment turned into what the plaintiff describes as a violent assault that left her physically and emotionally scarred.
Were you using your telephone to take photographs of the defendant when you saw her exit the elevator?
No.
Security guard Imani Ellis filed the lawsuit in 2020 in Los Angeles County Superior Court, accusing Cardi B of assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
What were the words that she used that were so hurtful?
She used a lot of words, and again, excuse my language, but she was like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna get you fired.
Ellis went further, saying,
She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down, body shaming me. Racial slurs, just a lot.
Did she spit on you?
She did.
Did her spit actually land on your body?
It did.
If these allegations are true, we're not just talking about a celebrity having a bad day. We're talking about a pattern of behavior that suggests something much more troubling.
Did the defendant take a swing at you?
She did.
When she took a swing at you, it didn't hit your body, correct?
No.
Did the defendant use her fingernails to cut your face?
She did.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Ellis also claimed that Cardi B used her celebrity influence to get her fired from her medical center security job. Though this claim is expected to be dropped before jury deliberation, the implications of this are staggering. It suggests that Cardi B not only allegedly assaulted someone, but then used her fame and power to destroy their livelihood. What's particularly fascinating about this trial is how it's playing out in real time across social media. Clips from Cardi B's testimony have gone viral on social media, amassing millions of views, and the reactions are as divided as you might expect. Some fans are rallying behind their idol, while others are expressing genuine concern about the pattern of behavior that's emerging. The courtroom drama itself reads like something out of a legal thriller. On day 2, August 26th, Cardi B testified for about 50 minutes, denying any touching, spitting, or slurs.
How long are those fingernails? Just your best estimate. I don't want you to take a ruler to it, but if you were to give your estimate, is that half an inch, 1 inch, 2
I
inches?
think it has to be less than an inch.
And
Way less than an inch.
Can you show them to us again?
Think about that for a moment. We have a Grammy-winning artist sitting in a courtroom being asked to display her fingernails to a jury as potential evidence in an assault case. The absurdity of the situation wasn't lost on observers, and it's precisely these kinds of moments that are making this trial must-watch content for millions of people. But perhaps the most telling moment came when Rosen's questions on Cardi B's hair changes between days drew the judge's irritation for irrelevance. Though Cardi explained they were wigs when the plaintiff's attorney asked about her hair, Cardi B simply replied they're wigs, prompting Rosen to comment. It's a good wig today. Then,
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that. It's a good week today then.
these exchanges, while seemingly trivial, are actually revealing crucial insights into the strategies being employed by both sides. Cardi B described the incident as a verbal debate, not an altercation, and denied using the N-word toward Ellis.
It was a verbal altercation. If you think that that's an incident, a verbal altercation, then it's an incident for you. But we both have different opinions. It's a verbal altercation. She didn't hit me, I didn't hit her. There was no touch. So to me, it wasn't no incident.
Her defense strategy is clear: minimize the severity of what happened while maintaining that any confrontation was purely verbal. But Ellis's legal team is painting a very different picture. One where a powerful celebrity completely lost control and attacked an innocent security guard who was just trying to do her job. The stakes couldn't be higher. This is a civil case requiring only a preponderance of evidence. More likely than not for Ellis to prevail rather than beyond a reasonable doubt. This means that the burden of proof is significantly lower than it would be in a criminal case. And given the he said, she said nature of the allegations, the outcome could truly go either way. What makes this case even more compelling is the complete lack of video evidence. Ellis claims Cardi B's team worked to erase footage, while Cardi B denies this and asserts no recording existed because nothing physical happened. In an age where everything is recorded, the absence of video evidence is both suspicious and incredibly significant. It means that this case will likely come down to credibility. Whose version of events does the jury believe? As we speak, the trial is ongoing as of August 27, 2025, with Cardi B testifying and more witnesses expected every day brings new revelations, new testimony, and new insights into what really happened on that February day in 2018. But this current trial is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Cardi B's legal troubles, a disturbing history of, and legal battles. While the current civil trial is capturing headlines, it's absolutely crucial to understand that this isn't an isolated incident in Cardi B's life. What we're witnessing is the culmination of a pattern of behavior that spans years and involves multiple alleged victims, creating a narrative that's impossible to ignore. Let's start with perhaps the most shocking revelation from Cardi B's past, one that predates her fame, but reveals a mindset that many find deeply troubling in a 2016 Instagram Live video that resurfaced in 2019. Cardi admitted to luring men to hotel rooms, drugging them with substances like MDMA or other sedatives, and robbing them of cash and valuables while they were unconscious. This isn't something that was alleged by others. This came directly from Cardi B's own mouth.
I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
What I used to do. The details of what she described are chilling. She talked about these actions as a means of survival during financially desperate times, stating whether or not they were poor choices at the time. I did what I had to do to survive. But here's what makes this even more disturbing. In 2024, she reiterated that she doesn't feel bad about it and would do it again under similar circumstances. Think about what this means. We have a major recording artist who has admitted to drugging and robbing men, shows no remorse for these actions, and says she would do it again. The confession sparked widespread backlash, with critics comparing her to Bill Cosby and accusing her of hypocrisy. In light of the #MeToo movement, the comparison to Bill Cosby isn't hyperbolic. Both involve drugging unsuspecting victims, though for different purposes, but the pattern doesn't stop there. In August 2018, Cardi B became embroiled in what would become one of her most publicized legal battles. Prosecutors alleged that Cardi orchestrated attacks on two bartender sisters, Jade and Batty G, at Angel's Gentlemen's Club in Queens, New York, after accusing one of sleeping with her husband. Offset.
Cardi B is looking at some serious charges. According to the original criminal complaint, this all started because she suspected her husband was sleeping with two bartending sisters at a New York strip club. Now, this morning, she's accused of ordering not one, but two premeditated attacks against those women, and she's facing some serious jail.
The details of these alleged attacks are brutal. On the first night, Cardi and her entourage reportedly threw glass bottles, alcohol, and chairs at one sister, slamming her head into the bar and causing injuries, including lacerations and bruising, but they didn't stop there. 2 weeks later, they returned and assaulted the other sister, similarly with Cardi allegedly coordinating via social media and offering money for the attacks. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment confrontation. This was allegedly premeditated violence carried out over multiple occasions. Cardi was charged with 14 counts, including 2 felonies for attempted assault with intent to cause serious physical injury, plus misdemeanors like reckless endangerment and harassment. The severity of these charges cannot be understated. We're talking about felony assault charges against one of the biggest names in hip-hop. What's particularly telling about Cardi's behavior during this legal process is how she seemed to treat it as an inconvenience rather than a serious matter. She skipped a court date in December 2018 to film a music video angering the victim's attorney who accused her of receiving celebrity favoritism. This kind of behavior suggests someone who believes they're above the law, or at least above the consequences that ordinary people would face. Eventually, in September 2022, Cardi pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and second-degree reckless endangerment, was sentenced to 15 days of community service, received a 3-year order of protection for the victims, and had to pay their court fees. But the fact that she ultimately pleaded guilty means she admitted to these violent acts in a court of law. The pattern continued into her interactions with other celebrities at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party during New York's Fashion Week. On September 7, 2018, Cardi B confronted fellow rapper Nicki Minaj, escalating into a physical brawl where Cardi allegedly threw her shoe at Minaj. While no charges were filed, as both parties declined to press them, the public nature of this altercation added another layer to the narrative of Cardi B. As someone who often responds strongly when confronted with conflict, even more recently in July 2023, we saw this pattern continue. During a performance at Dry His Beach Club in Las Vegas, a fan threw a drink at Cardi B on stage, prompting her to throw her microphone in reaction. The mic struck a fan, though authorities cleared her in August 2023, ruling self-defense. However, an Ohio woman later sued Cardi in July 2025 for harm and negligence, claiming the mic hit her instead, causing physical injuries, emotional distress, and reputational harm. What's emerging from all of these incidents is a consistent picture time and time again. When faced with confrontation, Cardi B allegedly responds in a physical or highly aggressive manner. Reports from 2019 indicate Cardi had prior arrests related to disputes with former strip club co-workers, further supporting this pattern. Perhaps most concerning of all is the demographic trend that some observers have noted. Social media discussions highlight that many of the individuals involved in these disputes have been black women, including the strip club co-workers Nicki Minaj and Ellis. These cases often start as verbal disagreements before escalating. This observation has sparked important conversations about internalized issues, misogyny, and colorism within the hip-hop community. The legal implications of this pattern are significant, especially as it relates to the current trial. While Judge Ian Fussman ruled to exclude references to these past incidents, her background, and prior legal issues, deeming them prejudicial, the court of public opinion doesn't operate under the same evidentiary rules. People are connecting the dots, and what they're seeing is troubling. What makes this pattern even more concerning is how it intersects with Cardi B's public persona. She's built her brand on being authentic and real, often talking about her struggles and her journey from the streets to stardom. But when authenticity includes controversial admissions and a reputation for heated reactions toward critics, we have to ask whether this is the kind of role model we want in our culture. The timing of these various legal battles is also noteworthy. These cases reflect Cardi B's high-profile status, often intersecting with her music career, including delays and promotions for her long-awaited second album. It seems like every major milestone in her career is accompanied by some kind of courtroom drama, creating a cycle where her personal controversies become intertwined with her professional achievements. As we reach the climax of this story, we need to confront the harsh reality of what all these legal battles mean for Cardi B's future. This isn't just about one lawsuit or one case. We're witnessing the potential collapse of one of hip-hop's biggest empires. The current trial couldn't have come at a worse time for Cardi B professionally. The trial's timing, just weeks before her long-awaited second album Am I the Drama, set for release on September 19, 2025, has sparked speculation about its effects on her career trajectory. Observers worry about distractions from promotion and mixed perceptions of her as a celebrity frequently linked with controversy. The irony of an album titled Am I the Drama being released during a highly publicized trial is not lost on anyone. But the financial implications of her legal troubles extend far beyond just legal fees and potential damages. Cardi B is currently facing multiple lawsuits simultaneously, each with the potential to cost her millions. In August 2025, producers Joshua Fratro and Miguel Aguilar sued Cardi B, alleging her 2024 single Enough Miami copied the melody and bass line from their 2021 track Greasy Fry Bread. They're seeking to stop her from streaming, performing, or monetizing the song, and want it excluded from her upcoming album, Am I the Drama, claiming it would cause irreparable harm. This isn't just about money, it's about potentially sabotaging the rollout of what could be her most important album to date. When you're already dealing with years of delays and public anticipation, having songs pulled from your album at the last minute could be career-ending. Then there's the ongoing legal battle with blogger Tasha K, which shows no signs of resolution. This stems from a $4 million judgment Cardi B won in 2022 against Tasha K for defamatory YouTube videos. You might think winning such a judgment would end the matter, but that's not the case. Tasha K filed for bankruptcy in 2023, but in early 2025, Cardi B's team moved to dismiss it, alleging hidden offshore accounts and financial impropriety. Tasha K countered by accusing Cardi B of restricting her career through settlement terms that she claims infringe on free speech. This case has become a complex back and forth, consuming time, money, and energy that could be better spent on Cardi's career. The potential financial exposure from the current trial alone is staggering. If found liable, Cardi B could face compensatory damages covering medical costs, therapy, lost wages, and pain and suffering, potentially reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. Punitive damages, if proven, could increase that even more, with total exposure ranging from $50,000 to over $1 million. While these numbers might seem manageable for someone of Cardi B's wealth, it's important to remember this is just one case. When you add up all the potential damages from her various legal battles, plus the enormous legal fees required to fight multiple cases simultaneously, we're talking about tens of millions of dollars in potential costs. But the financial implications pale in comparison to the reputational damage that's already occurring. Critics and some social media users argue the trial perpetuates perceptions of Cardi B as unpredictable, with posts highlighting her frequent court appearances. This kind of public sentiment is incredibly dangerous for a celebrity's brand. When your public image becomes associated with controversy and legal issues rather than your music and achievements, it becomes increasingly difficult to maintain mainstream appeal. The impact on her music career is already becoming apparent. The trial coincides with her album rollout, and some observers worry it could overshadow promotions or lead to negative press if she loses. In an industry where timing and perception are everything, having your album promotion cycle disrupted by trial coverage is potentially devastating. Perhaps most concerning is how these legal troubles are affecting her credibility as an artist. Social media discussions link the current trial to past scandals, suggesting it erodes credibility, with one post noting, "It destroyed her credibility, now everyone knows she can't rap at all." When legal disputes start overshadowing artistic merit, it's a very difficult situation to recover from. The broader cultural implications are equally troubling. Rivals and critics use the trial to amplify accusations of hypocrisy. Cardi B has positioned herself as an advocate for women's rights and social justice, but critics question how someone can maintain that credibility while facing repeated allegations of heated confrontations, often involving other women. What makes this situation especially tragic is that Cardi B had everything going for her. She rose from poverty in the Bronx to become one of the most successful female rappers of all time. She broke barriers, won Grammys, and inspired millions of people. But all of that success means nothing if you can't control your impulses and keep finding yourself in courtrooms defending against disputes. The entertainment industry is watching this situation closely, and the implications extend far beyond just Cardi B. If she faces significant legal consequences or her career suffers major damage, it sends a message to other artists about the real costs of unchecked behavior. As of August 27, 2025, the trial is ongoing, with more witnesses expected and closing arguments coming soon. Every day brings new testimony, new revelations, and new damage to Cardi B's reputation. The verdict will likely determine not just the immediate financial consequences, but the long-term trajectory of one of hip-hop's biggest stars. What we're witnessing isn't just the story of one artist's legal troubles, it's a cautionary tale about fame, power, and the consequences of believing you're untouchable. Whether Cardi B can survive this latest crisis and rebuild her career remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the empire she built is under attack from all sides, and the foundation is looking shakier every day. The final chapters of this story are still being written in that California courtroom, but the pattern is clear. The damage is mounting, and the reckoning many predicted may finally be at hand. With millions of dollars in potential damages, a history of heated disputes, and an album release hanging in the balance, the stakes couldn't be higher. Whether you're a fan who's been following her journey from the beginning or someone just now learning about these controversies, one thing is clear: the next few months will determine whether Cardi B can overcome her legal troubles and reclaim her position at the top of hip-hop, or whether this will be remembered as the beginning of the end for one of the genre's most controversial superstars. The courtroom drama continues. The legal bills keep mounting, and the public is watching every move. This may be the controversy that finally proves too much to overcome. And with that, we've come to the end of this deep dive. For more content like this, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and check out the card showing on your screen for more videos. Don't forget to comment your thoughts below.